sometimes the walks are about measurement. Like this one is. I mean, this one here is about measurement. So I measure myself against the world in many different ways.
In many different contexts.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wonderful piece. I was going to talk about that later. Everybody can keep that in their mind's eye. I was going to try and talk about that later.
I don't, you don't know.
Okay. Good idea. No, the reason I was going to mention it as a piece, because Richard and both myself and a lot of people here, especially Richard, lived through a sort of quite a few revolutions in the use of words in art and in poetry, I wondered how your word pieces, your word works are, to me, fabulous, and I've always really loved them. But I've always wondered where you see them fitting in this kind of panoply of, I mean, for instance, the 60s saw the Beat generation, then we had performance poetry, then we had concrete poetry in Hamilton Finlay, and all the Coracle Press people, and all these people doing different types of poetry, but yours is often, you often say it's not poetry, but for some people it is poetry. So for instance, that piece we just looked at is to many people poetic. Yeah. That's a kind of like a thing I want to see where you yourself.
I think this is a poetic work. But you're right to say that I actually don't think that I think this is the one that's only in the show. No, like I say, it's just one strategy I have for making my work, which is to use words. As in the show, I could use mud, or I could use stones. But I don't think I'm a poet.
No, but
another way to look at it is that in the early days I would that line in the Himalayas. I mean, it's a photograph, but the actual title is very important because it tells you that it's a line in the Himalayas.
Yes.
So
as indeed the cloudless sky.
Exactly right. The cloudless, yeah. So I began to realise in the late 70s that words were sort of important, that they informed what the work was about, or where it was, or
Right.
So words have a potency which is different from the potency of a photograph.
Absolutely.
They just do a different job.
But I was thinking,
and this is I would say compared to the one about the cloudless walk, this is actually quite a dense literary work. Going back to what you were saying before, obviously I come out of a generation where the whole art world was sort of influx of being reinvented.
Exactly.
So my work has connections with minimal art or conceptual art.
Yeah.
Like you say, it was words became a valid way of making art. From conceptual artists like Lawrence Wiener, for example.
Yeah.
So my work is it comes out of the time. That generation.
And that time started out with a sort of end of sort of almost Ginsberg, Howe, Beat generation. Did you actually say to yourself as an artist, right? Okay, well, words are going to be important, it seems. So shall we look at artworks which have already got words in, or poetry, or listen to poetry and say to us, I don't want to do it like that, I don't want to do it like that. Did you eliminate things?
No.
Or did you just go for what you wanted?
I just went for what I wanted.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes, no.
That's right.
I know I don't know much about, I only read On the Road, the curator, like about 3 years ago, which is ridiculous, I have hitchhiked across Route 66, by the way. So that's one of those books that I read, 40 years too late.
Can we just bring back up the slide, the cloudless sky? Do you think or not? No.
I think if I know how
Go
to do
backwards.
this,
Go backwards.
I have to.
There we go.
Yeah.
So here now, the other thing that's really important.
I think better than I
No,
do.
the other thing which I've always been really interested in is both many other poets and many other writers' use of typography. I've done lots of exhibitions looking at the history of the use of words, letters in art. And what really is amazing about this piece and about most of your work is the fact that it's actually right for its subject. So here you've got a very careful selection, as usual with you, with typography.
Yeah.
And you've got a very careful, and this is one of the only ones I've seen with sort of, with the blue background, because it's absolutely right for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, I'm careful with the stones I use. I'm careful with the way that I put mud on the wall. I'm careful with the.
Yeah.
In other words, it's, all art has to look like something, and hopefully all art looks, all good art looks beautiful. It has a kind of beauty, whether it's the stone circle or wood.
Yeah.
And then there's also the fact that Gill Regular is a typeface made by a sculptor, English sculptor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very simple. And I usually use the same typeface.
Yeah.
Like I always use the same camera, and the same lens.
Right.
So I don't want the fanciness of typography or wide-angle lenses or the artfulness of photography to come between what I'm trying to show you.
So it's always the simplest possible.
Exactly right. Yeah, the best thing.
Answer.
Yeah, the best thing.
Solution.
Yeah, for the particular idea. So, for example, I mean, the backstory of the Cloudless Walk is that I started walking across. My intention was to walk across France for a completely different reason, and then I noticed that day after day, it was completely cloudless, like the weather that we've had, like these days that we've had here on the Isle of Wight. So then I thought it would be a much better idea to finish the walk and measure the walk when I saw the first cloud. So in other words, that's an example of being open to happenstance and chance. And if a better idea comes along, why not use it?
Absolutely. So that's almost Wordsworthian, isn't it?
Possibly.
Yeah. Which of course is kind of related to landscape and all the rest of your work, of course.
I mean, obviously, I come from a huge tradition of I'm an English artist, and I'm on the end of a huge tradition of artists and poets who've used landscape.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, I don't. It's in my DNA, I suppose, even without thinking about it. And I'm not consciously aware. I don't allow myself to the English romantic tradition of Wordsworth and all the poets, but it is a fact that I'm an English artist, and a lot of my work is about England.
Yeah, and we lost Yanis Kounelis 2 days ago, and he said something about this kind of artists are always having this constant conversation with the past.
Yeah.
And I wondered whether for you, talking about landscape, I wondered whether, as a sculptor in the late 60s, starting out at art school, whether the people you were measuring yourself against and/or sort of wanting to succeed were people like Henry Moore, for instance.
No, not at all. Absolutely not. No, it's nothing to do with my work at all.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
But nevertheless, when it suits me, I've referenced historical monuments. Like in 1962, I walked from Stonehenge at sunrise to Glastonbury Tor by sunset. So I was consciously using iconic features of the English landscape, well known to everyone. Like that. Which gave the walk its power.
Yeah. You missed out the most fabulous line in that piece, which is "following the day."
Yes, well, I was
Which
going
is-
to quote the whole thing. 45 miles following the day. So in other words, sunrise to sunset were measured by my footsteps
Exactly.
over the Wales of England.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I threw up someone like Henry Moore was because you.
I mean, not that I've got anything against Henry.
No.
It's just that,
Was because you know the most iconic work, which you're sort of almost probably burdened with, but is the most work which everybody talks about when they talk about you or your work is, of course, a line,
mm-hmm.
a line made by
Yeah,
walking.
yeah.
And I wondered, that is straight on, you know, it's just straight onto the landscape, and it's just using the landscape, using the surface of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, all the artists previous to you, you know, all the artists who had sort of got a reputation like Moore and Nash and people like this,
Yeah.
were seeing it in a completely different way.
Yeah, making big objects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also studying it in a sort of very close way, like you have. But they didn't make the leap that you did
No.
in that particular
No.
piece.
Yeah, that's why it's a leap. But you know, I mean, it's maybe there's too much said about that work, but it's a sculpture which is also a path, or a path that's also a sculpture.
Yeah.
So it's opened the door that walking and leaving traces could be a way for me to spend my whole life walking all over the planet, making marks
Yeah.
with my footsteps.
Yeah.